Welcome back, guys. We're going to continue the series where we try and find the best tanks per nation, best damage assist, best damage blocker, best damage dealer. We did the USSR yesterday, and it was pretty predictable. We're going to do Germany today, and I warn you, there's going to be some surprises. We're not going to sort this by tier. We're just going to show all the replays here on WOTreplays.com, where there's thousands of replays shown, and we're going to sort them. Okay, let's sort on damage assist. Who gets the highest damage assist? Obviously, it's going to be all tier 10 German light tank, der Untitled Panzerwagen, right? When I click that, it's going to be all the tier 10 German light tanks, right? Wrong. Well, the top damage assist game is the Untitled Panzerwagen, who did almost 20,000 spotting assist. Amazing game, but look at this. Leopard 1 is number 2. The Sparpanzer tier 9 light tank, number 3. Untitled Panzerwagen number 4. Sparpanzer RU-251. 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 Are you kidding me? Untitled Panzerwagen. It's not dominated by the tier 10 light tank. As a matter of fact, the tier 9 light tank does just as good a job. What does that tell you? When you're grinding the German light tanks, stop at tier 9. That's what this tank is so shit, the tier 10, it doesn't even compete. And you have to remember, one of the reasons this happens is because when you play a game in this, the matchmaker will select a tier 10 to put on the enemy team, which is probably going to be not this, and you will be completely outclassed by any of the other tier 10 light tanks. In fact, you'll be outclassed by even the tier 9 light tank of your own nation. This is one of the only tanks that doesn't even rank as the best compared to its own nation's tanks, not even compared to other nations. Okay, let's sort on just tier 9s, and it is as expected. The Sparpanzer RU-251 dominates all the tier 9 results because it's the peak of the German light tank line. Tier for tier, it's better than the Panzerwagen, and the RU-251's not that good. Let's look at tier 8. If you're just going tier 8, well, it's an assortment of tanks. Look at this: Hawk 12, the girlfriend tank, Hawk 30, that's the Bulldog. There's a couple of variations of Bulldogs. There's a black one and a not black one. And Hawk 30, girlfriend tank. Just a variation, which is interesting because when we looked at the Russian one, it was all LT-432s. So it means the tier 8 premium tank does not dominate all 10 results on the German tech tree. Let's look at block damage. This one's going to be interesting. Top block damage game is this PZ7. Wow. That's a premium tank. Mouse, E100. Mouse, E100. Mouse, Jagdpanzer E100. Now, the Mouse and the E100, both in those top 10 results. You can do the block damage mission with either, but I'd have to say the Mouse has more entries in the top 10. The mouse wins. Let's look at tier 9. We're quickly going through these. Tier 9 block damage, the VK4502, Alf B, the Motion, the E75, the Motion, the E75, the Motion, the E75, the 4502, It's the E75 kind of dominating there, isn't it? That's a little weird because it leads to the E100, not the Mouse. And if you want to get the kind of the heavily armored tank, you got to get the Mouse. So I thought the Motion would have dominated that, but the E75 is powerful at tier 9, at least at blocking damage. Well, now at tier 8, the VK7501, number 1 damage block game. But VK100.1, this one's going to dominate, isn't it? The VK100.1, the regular tier 8, the one you can just grind. If you want to do a damage block mission, this is the one. Look at that. It's almost all, except for that top spot. Of course, that guy bought a premium tank to get the top spot. E75, they're surprising, VK100.1, the most heavily armored tier 8. Consistently does well at blocking damage. That's the one you want to use if you're doing a damage block mission, and you've only got up to tier 8. Now the moment of truth. The top damage game for a German tank. This patch, the VK7201K. Well, that's a premium tank. Leopard Prototype, Tier 9. Remember, I'm sorting these anyone. A Tier 9. It's not all Tier 10s. An actual Tier 9. Leopard 1. Jagdpanzer 100. Leopard 1. E100. Jagdpanzer 100. VK4502. Leopard 1. VK7201. It's an assortment of tanks. It's not dominated by just one tank. And surprising to see a Tier 9 in there. And unlike the Russian results, which were dominated by heavy tanks, the German results is a combination of medium tanks, heavy tanks, and tank destroyers, which I think is more a comment on the German line being balanced, not one class that is better than all the rest of the classes, and the Russian tech tree being dominated by heavy tanks. Heavy tanks are just the best tanks in the Russian tech tree, according to the results that we looked at yesterday. You can check out that video, but let's keep going here. Let's sort on Tier 9 and see which is the highest damage of. Well, of course, it's that Leopard Prototype game. And then the VK4502, Leopard Prototype, E50, E75, E50, Kampfpanzer 50T, Kampfpanzer 50T, Kampfpanzer 50T, E75. Now, not dominated by the Leopard Prototype. That guy must have just had an amazing game. And unlike the Russian results, which were dominated by heavy tanks, we're seeing more medium tanks in the German results. There's only 2 Leopard Prototypes in the top damage games at Tier 9. That is surprising. It's not overpowered. Probably just the right circumstances, right situations. Let's look at Tier 8. The top damage games for Tier 8 German tanks. Scorpion G. On top, the king returns. VK, Laui, Rheinmetall Borsig, Rheinmetall Scorpion, Scorpion G. Scorpion and Scorpion G is the same thing. Scorpion G, E75 TS, Tiger 2, and he's an assortment of tanks. Interesting. Almost all premium tanks. That makes sense, doesn't it? Get your wallets out. Let's watch the top 2 non-premium tank games in this patch for German tanks. We're going to watch this Leopard Prototype game, which should be amazing, and we're going to watch the Leopard 1 game. Okay, this one right here. The top 2 damage German games this patch, both medium tanks, both Leopards, and we're going to see how he does it here. It's GG Go Next from the Boom clan in his Leopard Prototype. Incidentally, the Leopard Prototype is scheduled to be nerfed. It's certainly not overpowered. I looked at some other statistics. It has about a 48% win rate overall, this patch. It looks like it had 2 of the top 10 damage games for just German tanks, even at just sorting at Tier 9. And that's because probably, well, how did he do it? Let's see. Well, obviously the right situation, the right map. And obviously, as you can see from his loadout, complete total premium ammo loadout. Not even one shell. Not even one regular shell. Complete spamming APCR like a motherfucker. From start to finish. That's how you do it. Which is very surprising. Now, I haven't seen this game. I'm doing this live with you guys. We're going to just see how he does it. He obviously has an absolute incredible game. He's going to like farm these guys now, right? They're just going. He's in a perfect spot. I like to go to this exact spot. He's doing it perfectly. He's got very good gun handling now because the tank has been buffed. And the enemies are sitting stationary in front of him. So he's all the necessary ingredients so far. Is there an SPG? Yes, there is an artillery on the enemy team. Is that artillery shell not coming? Usually by now. This guy decided to stop in front of him. Wow. That guy was not hull down. The guy, they chose to shoot that. Was that an artillery shot? I can't tell from the... no, that was a Death Star shit barn that got him. He is so lucky the shit barn did not aim at him. But usually by now, the artillery shell flies in. I lose 1/4 or 1/3 of my HP. It says, we're ammo racked. The turret ring is stuck. The ammo rack is hit. We're lucky it didn't blow. Oh, we're on fire, and the commander's dead. I don't know what the SPG on the enemy team is doing. But he's not aiming at the easiest target to do damage on, which is the Leopard. And look at these guys. They're just, they've decided they just want to sit in front of his gun. And the SPG has decided he does not want to shoot him. And he's playing this ridge line completely perfectly, like a boss. He wedged himself there so that he could just cantilever over like this. And you ask yourself, what are the enemies doing? I guess you ask yourself that. He was not detected there. And you may ask yourself. Okay, so here's the question as we watch this. Top non-premium tank damage game this patch for a German tank. Is it because this thing's overpowered now? From what you've seen so far, is it because the Leopard Prototype is overpowered? Or because these enemies are just utterly clueless Muppets? My vote goes to option number 2. Like, these guys are driving around in the open. He's been spotted here in the center. There, he's spotted again. He's been lit here. Okay, it's number 2, right? Now, granted, his gun is performing perfectly. He's got so far fantastic RNG, fantastic Sigma, and this thing has been buffed. So that, really, it is a sniper now. It actually can snipe. Before it was buffed, it was a quote-unquote sniper that missed 2 out of 4 shots. Now it does not miss 2 out of 4 shots. They simply buffed. Well, the published buff is that the alpha is slightly higher. Does not hit for 390 anymore. I think it hits for 440. And the accuracy was slightly buffed. I'm not sure if the aim time was, but the accuracy was buffed just like 1. Anyways, those numbers were buffed slightly. But that's not what really is the big thing here. The big thing that I believe they changed without telling anyone, is that now the Sigma, the dispersion of his shots, is almost 0. What do you mean, Claus? I mean, when you aim, it doesn't matter if your aim circle is 0.28 in diameter or 0.33. If all the shots hit the center, your dot there, the center. If every shot that you take, regardless of what your size of your aim circle, if it just goes to the center dot, then really I don't care what my accuracy stat says. And that's the big change that's been incorporated into this Leopard, as I believe the Sigma function has been improved so that instead of a 2 out of 4 or 1 out of 4 shots hitting the edge of your circle, which means, you know, they hit the dirt or they fly above something you fully aimed at, instead of that happening and just making you rage when you play it, now 9 out of 10 of your shots, and I've played this, and I believe this, almost all of your shots now go exactly to the center dot. The dispersion function is such that almost all your shots, if you're fully aimed, hit exactly the center dot. 1 out of 10, or I'm not exactly sure the number, but very few of them deviate somewhere within the aim circle. But very few. And that's the key buff. That's not published. That's the secret stat that Wargaming has, a Sigma function for every tank. And it's just the way it is. Every shot he's taken now is going exactly where he's aiming. Not anywhere else in the circle. Right at the dot. Watch, like right at the dot. Now, if you say, well, Claus, you still don't believe me, or you're trying to get your head around this, like try and play a Chinese tank. Having said that, I'm not sure where that shot went. Maybe there's still ghost shells. Oh no, there's a bit of cover there. You might have hit the ground. That guy is not fully exposed. You have to be careful. Yeah, see, he's just got a little sliver there. Yes, you have to make sure that you act there. Now he's done it. See, he was hitting the ground. If you play a Chinese tank, they have poor Sigma, almost all of them. And you can tell if you do this test, and I've done it in a training room, you take, any Chinese tank, really. I think I did it in the Tier 8 heavy tank, I can't remember, the IS, whatever it's called. The thing that looks like an IS-3, but it's a Chinese version. And you fully aim, stationary, in a training room, you fully aim at someone else that's going to be in the training room with you, and you fire your shot, and you just see where your shot goes, fully aimed. Almost none of my shots went to the center dot. They all deviated somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Fully aimed, stationary, no soft stats or penalties. I fire with a Chinese tank, and the shots congregate around the center aim dot, but there's always a little bit of dispersion. And the function is such that your shots will disperse more within your aim circle. So, good luck having a 95% hit rate in your Chinese tank. They have poor sigma. You have to fight close in. Long range shots, you're gonna get trolled. 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4 shots, maybe 1 out of 4 on a good day. Leopard Prototype these days, 9 out of 10, bullseye. And that's what we're seeing. How much damage is he up to? Holy shit! While I've been babbling there, he's over 10,000 damage. Ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, he's done a lot of damage. Well, I hope you guys have been concentrating on watching this replay instead of listening to me babble, because this is a hell of a game. Well played, Mr. GG Go Next from the Boom Clan. I mean, look at these shots. It's a pleasure to play this tank now, right? It's a beautiful sniper, but I'm going to give you my my opinion. It's a fantastic sniping tank now. But I don't think it's overpowered. I think you have to be to make it work, you have to have the right situation, right? You're in Himmelsdorf fighting on Heavy Tank Alley. It doesn't matter if you're a really good sniper tank. You take a hit, you're going to be ammo racked. The next hit, you're going to be on fire, you're going to be dead. So this is what the Leopard should be, is a great sniper. And I don't see it dominating all the results. I don't see it having, blowing away the competition with all the top damage games. In fact, even just among German tanks, just sorted at tier 9, it only has 2 of the top 10 damage games. And it's situations like this where you have a good sniping map, you have a good player, and you have a team of utterly clueless players that just sat in front of his gun, and he's spamming APCR like a motherfucker. I think some of those shots at the beginning on some of those Russian tanks would have bounced. But the way I play this, I shoot almost no premium ammo in this tank because it does have very good pen even just on the regular rounds. So I like it because I can play it at high tiers and not lose credits. This player has chosen to go completely berserk-go on the premium ammo. Well, he probably makes credits playing his premium tanks or however he does it, and this is what he likes to do. And he does not like to bounce shots. So, that's how he likes to play it. And now he's telling his team, please don't cap, because he anticipates these enemies coming back to reset, and he wants more damage. Now this is perfect. Look, the Russian tank is going down to spot, and he's going to pump out the damage from stealth. This is perfect Leopard gameplay. Like, buddy, I know you're shooting nothing but premium ammo. You could have loaded maybe an HE shell there for this guy. But this is perfect, right? The T-54 with the armor goes down there, does the spotting. The Leopard just snipes from afar. The T-54 got hit by the shit barn, but did not get one-shotted because it has armor, and the shit barn didn't penetrate. The Leopard could be one-shot by a shit barn. Beautiful gameplay, you guys. These guys have completely outclassed the enemies. You have done a fantastic job. Unbelievable! Let's see how much damage he gets up to here. How much is he going to get? And I think it's a shame that Wargaming's talking about nerfing this thing. I don't know why. Like I said, 48% win rate overall. I mean, if you're gonna reduce its ability to snipe, why? What else does it have, really? What else does it have? It doesn't have better camo. It doesn't have better speed. It doesn't have better armor. Take one last shot. Get this one. Yeah, beautiful. Let's look at these post-game stats. Unbelievable. And we'll watch the Leopard 1 game tomorrow. Look at that, over 12,000 damage. Beautiful. Tune in tomorrow. The video will be too long if we watch both games. We'll watch the Leopard 1 game tomorrow. And all I can say is thank you, GG Go Next from the Boom Clan, for giving us a beautiful game to watch in your Leopard Prototype. Start to speak.
Yuri, we have big problems.
It's okay, I just sleep in. I know. I have to adjust Sigma on you. Premium tank. It's been 2 months.
No, it's not that. It's bigger problem, Yuri. Bigger problem. Leopard Prototype.
What about Leopard Prototype?
It have the best game in patch, highest damage game.
We buff Leopard Prototype. Was worried about this. Give me detail. Was he top tier?
Yes, top tier.
Did he spam APCR like motherfucker?
Yes, he spent lots of credits, Yuri, yes.
We not put SPG on enemy team to take him out?
Yes, Yuri, but SPG not shoot. SPG play like Muppet.
Okay, calm down. It's easy fix. This is what we do. Number 1, we give SPG player 2 weeks suspension for inactive play.
Good idea, Yuri.
Number 2, we nerf Leopard Prototype, okay? Everything good,
I don't know, Yuri. This one very bad. Never happened before. Maybe comrades on Russian server still not happy, Yuri.
Okay. Well, we buff Object 140 next patch too, okay?
But Yuri, Object 140 already powerful.
Well, now it will be more powerful.
Good one, Yuri.